Why hello YouTube, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going to be talking about the brand new Jailbreak update, which adds quite a lot to the map, including a brand new revamp expansion and map itself. So let's go over it, shall we? So the first thing to note here is the original city itself did not really get much change, to be completely honest. The buildings themselves actually have gotten less 3D, if you've noticed. They're like more like the original buildings, where they're flat, which I prefer. And they also got rid of a lot of the original shapes as well. And also they've like added bigger parking lots, they've shifted things around. They even pushed the gun shop to back here instead of being here, which kind of makes sense. It's more closer to the bank and everything, and plus, it actually looks a bit cleaner here. Now, not much else to go over here besides, unfortunately, the server control building not being here anymore. It's actually a fire station. They updated the terrain and made it look more like 2017. A little bit, and they actually are probably gonna revamp this. The hills are a lot more higher. This base is actually here, however, it's also cracked, so possibly an updated version of it. The power plant has been like exteriorized, updated. The interior hasn't really been changed all that much, and let's rob this because we gotta showcase where the cargo port is now, because the cargo port itself has moved. It's more to the left side, because before it was on like the entire middle, but it shifted to over here instead, and I like that. And they moved the turn-in point to here. But you can see it looks a lot better. It's like more of a train yard now, and I quite like that. You know, it fits. And plus, I didn't really like how the original cargo port, like, there was just a weird, like, section of the cargo port, like, odd, but they fixed it over here. But here's the power plant. It's a lot more like its original design, too. It's more brick. It actually uses the original mesh parts, too, if you've noticed. It just looks a lot nicer. The inside's not any different, to be honest. They also updated the crate mesh itself, and the bridge is a lot larger and darker colors, and it's actually looks a bit bigger, and I quite like that. Now, the Bounty Bay Airport genuinely has not had any changes, like major changes, and it's like on a slant now. It's not, from the mini-map you can see it's like on a 45-degree angle, and they moved the tower to over here instead. And they also made these green. They did not change over here at all. Now, what they did change was the entire north part of the island, which was honestly needed. It was. And you might notice right away, they got rid of all of the mesh pieces, including this one. And I genuinely never liked them. Even after they were refined, I never liked how they looked. They looked very, like, basic, and they didn't really fit with the rest of the map. However, this time, they do. In fact, they turned it into a canyon instead of mountains. And I think that is a very good idea, because at least this way, there's more room for roads. And plus, it gives off a bit of the canyon vibes from 2019. And it kind of works here a bit more because they actually kept a bit of the desert from the Crater City. They kept a little bit of the volcano is completely changed. It's a lot like its 2020 design, but bigger, and I like that. And for example, the military base did get slightly altered, and they actually extended it this time. Like they actually gave it a proper like port and everything, and that's the expansion to it. So I like it. Now you might wonder, yeah, it's actually the train now goes through the volcano. In fact, you can actually access the train through the volcano. In fact, the train's actually coming. Oh, they made it come this way this time. Oh, that's how it was before. But you can see it literally goes right through the oh no. It goes straight through the thing. I like that, you know. Now the volcano base is a lot more like its 2017 look, and I think it fits it a lot better. You know, it's a lot more cramped, which I much prefer. They actually also brought back the old police like thing, and you can see it's really cool. We got a new vehicle here, which I could buy, but I kind of don't feel like it. But you see, here's the mini map. They got rid of the 3D hologram, which I'm fine with, you know. Oh, wait. Oh, it doesn't go back up. What? Okay, then that's okay. I guess I'll buy this then. But this is another new vehicle. Oh my god, the chassis is really weird. They actually redid the chassis a little bit here. But this is a level 4 base now. Now let's showcase how to get to the expansion. So let's go over. Bit of a bouncy car. Here is Crater City Reborn, also known as Crown City. Now, straight off the bat, I'm not sure if anyone has noticed this, but it feels like a Mad City type of... What? Oh, hell nah. Not today. Not today, man. Not today. Not today. So we're just ignore the fact that there is literal auto arresters in this server, unfortunately, so I had to switch to being a cop. Now, Crater City, as I was saying before, has been completely reborn, and it is no longer Crater City, it is now Crown City. Which is really cool. I like that they changed it, and you can see they shrunk the map quite, like, by half, I think. The airport is still here. It's on the edge of the map now, and I like that. It's actually, like, pretty much on the water, which is really cool. And they actually, for some reason, gave this one an interior, but not the Bounty Bay Airport. I don't understand that. But I love how it actually has a proper interior. I think that's really cool. But the actual city itself really gives off 2019 vibes. The textures have actually been changed to like a more simplified 2019 design, like the most detailed one, and I think it fits this better. In fact, I think it's actually mixed. but I like it. It's a really cool way of showing off the map. They even have a Badimo building now, which is cool. It's like the thickest building in the entire city. And they do indeed have the old penthouses. They have the original one, which was at the main part of Creator City. We have a police station in here now, which is awesome. We have a ton of construction sites, which is awesome. The garage is now a lot bigger and has like 4 different slots. It's 2 levels. The train now actually comes out of the mansion, which is awesome. And they actually do have a brand new store, Robbery technically, which is actually Epic Tank's grocery store, which it's really cool. There's no doors to it, but you can see like there's a bunch of like items and stuff, and here he is right here. He's awake and ready. It's definitely well deserved, I will say. And as you can see, they kind of like with the police station, they kind of made it look like the police HQ a little bit, which I think is kind of a nod to the past. And the gun shop literally has its own skyscraper, which is kind of funny. It shares the same aesthetic as the Rising City one, which is nice, kind of nice consistency. And a little bit of a detail that I don't think a lot of people notice is that they actually have added a lot more cars around the cities and areas to kind of give it more life. And I think that actually really helps out the city. And you can see a train yard here. It's a lot larger this time. You got the emergency service building, which is cool. You got a penthouse, which actually is kind of a homage to the tallest tower in Rising City. It kind of built like it, which is cool, and it's a giant purple building. It's like the tallest one here. The nightclub is actually now a part of the city, which I like. You know, it has the new city textures, and I think it very much looks really awesome like this. And it fits. You know? So, overall, the map definitely feels a lot more cleaned up now. You know, it's not like in the past where like 90% of it was open space. This time it's actually compact and it fills up the space evenly. And that was like the biggest problem with the Creator City expansion prior to this update, is because they really did not make use of the actual map part itself. It felt so empty. But now, because the canyons really making it look really cool and everything, it definitely fills up the space, and I like that Crown City is a lot more refined. It feels like an industrial city, and I like that. It has its own gas station, which is really cool. And the fact that the volcano is closer. I just really prefer this, you know. And there's actually a cool little detail. There's another gas station. But there is a cool little detail over here that kind of references Creekcraft a little bit. Because if you remember back in 2020 when when the lakes happened, he said something about, Jailbreak Chapter 2. Well, he wasn't wrong. Because as you can see, these are each chapter of Jailbreak. So you got Chapter 1, which is the beta one from 2017, brings back memories. The original cube map, which is quite funny. You got the Chapter 2 Oceans, which this was a reference to Creekcraft. And I do quite like this one. I miss the Jetpack Island, man. But there's the map, then the Chapter 3, which is the second live event expansion, which brought Creator City. You can see how, damn near empty that was. And then finally, here is Chapter 4, Crown City, and you can see how much detail the map is now. So overall, they definitely made the map a lot better, and I like how the roads actually like go up everything and stuff like that. Like, it's a really cool map, you know. In fact, you can actually drive around this spot. Let me just... I'm gonna grab this. If we just go over here, we can literally just cruise around this place, like, for a long time. You can see we can just cruise around. There's like a waterfall. You got like the Jailbreak sign still here, by the way. And then you got like this really cool tunnel. You know, it's just so much fun to drive in this city now. And I am very happy that they actually combined every element of Jailbreak's past. Like, it feels so much cleaner and so much better, you know? And then this obviously connects straight to the side of the thing, but it's just such a cool update, and it was definitely needed. And apparently Crater City might be getting its own robbery soon, which is cool. But you can see we can literally drive all the way up here. Like right past the volcano. And there's even a homage, like it's like I said before, it's like a homage to the canyon. And talking about the canyon, remember how I mentioned Jetpack Island? Well, they technically kind of brought back Jetpack Island in a weird way because... Oh, the hell? There's a weird glitch in the road. Oh, I have not noticed this before. What's this? Huh? Okay, it's just a weird cave, I guess. I have not found that at all yet. But if you go over here to the Jailbreak Hollywood type of sign, you may notice something quite funny about this sign. If you go behind it, you can actually find the jetpack. So let's just go... Let's try to go behind it. If you go directly behind it, you might notice there is these weird arches, and in the center is the jetpack. So that's how I'll find it. But yeah, so overall, 10 out of 10 update was 100% needed. The city feels so much more alive. Maybe we can actually watch the train go by, actually. Really awesome. So yeah, that's it for the overview of this update. So I will see you guys all in the next one. So long, peace out, and roll out.